Or my self-esteem.
Welcome to Off the Hook Comedy Club. It's Sunday night and we got a hell of a show for you, Naples. Go ahead and make some noise. Hey, there we go. We got an amazing night of comedy for you, sponsored by Rob Little tonight. Make some noise for him, y'all. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Make some noise for him, y'all. There we go. Amazing night of comedy ahead. A couple things to go over before we kick this thing off. First things first, fill out those comment cards that are on the table in front of you. They're going to enter you into a raffle tonight. The winner of the raffle wins 2 free tickets and $10 off your next comedy experience. Only way into the raffle is through those comment cards, so get those filled out and turned in before the end of the show, and then hang around for an extra minute after it ends to see who the winner is. We do have some house rules tonight. First one is this: there will be absolutely no photography, no videotaping or cell phone use allowed during the performance. There's also no smoking or vaping inside of the venue. You may not exit during the show, so please respect your neighbor by keeping your table talk down to a bare minimum, but your laughter to an all-out maximum. Now, we got an amazing night of comedy for you, Naples, but I'm gonna need a lot of output from you, and I feel like you guys did real well on the first one and real bad on the second one, so we're gonna go ahead and give that first one a try again. So Naples, put your hands together real loud and lovely for me. That's your cue, Naples. Louder. From Chicago, he's got a Dry Bar special coming out next year. Welcome to the stage, a close friend of mine, Paul Farivar.
What is up, Naples? Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out on a Sunday night for comedy. Or don't, doesn't matter. This is great. I'm happy to be here. We get to do comedy again as comedians because we weren't allowed to do comedy for a while, but I got to go to some bucket list places during the pandemic. Last month I went to Arkansas, so yeah. Oh, someone's really likes Arkansas? No, it was, the only thing I remember about it is I went to a bar and this woman comes up to me and she goes, "You look like Luke Bryant, but like in 20 years. I looked him up. We're the same age. I hate Arkansas so much. But like I said, we weren't allowed to do comedy for a while. LA, New York, Chicago, where I'm from, everything was shut down. So if you wanted to do comedy, you had to go to places that didn't believe in COVID. I came to Florida. Yeah. I did.
Hell yeah!
I came here last December, but within 2 days of being in Florida, I got COVID. Like, it was like the #1 export at the time. I got to the airport, they're like, "Here's some oranges, you have COVID, go quarantine." But like, I had like a mild case though. It was like the Sarasota strand or the Venice variant. It was easy. So, clap if you already got COVID. Who already got it? Couple people. I like asking that question because people like are hesitant at first. Like, should we say like? It's fine. You beat the deadliest virus of all time. It's not herpes. You're fine. But like I have like symptoms. So do you have any like long COVID stuff? Yeah. Like I don't even know if I do. I just kind of say everything is related. Like I forgot someone's name yesterday. I'm like, "Oh, sorry, dude. I had COVID last year." I was late tonight. I'm like, "I had COVID last year." It's fine. I like said some racist shit. I'm like, "No, it's COVID. Don't worry." Like. But yeah, like we weren't allowed to do comedy, but the funny thing is the one thing that sucked about it for me is we sometimes get jobs as actors, as comedians, and right before I got COVID, my agent called me. He's like, "Hey, you're not gonna believe this. I got your role. You don't even have to audition. They're gonna hire you based on your ethnic background." I'm like, "Cool, what is it?" He's like, "You're gonna be in a Christian rock video." I'm like, "Hell yeah." Or hallelujah, whatever they want. Like,
Your food.
he's like, "I didn't even tell you the details." I'm like, "I don't care. I'm a Middle Eastern, half Muslim, half Jew. I'm the star of that video," right? Like, I'm either blowing shit up or I'm killing Jesus. So, all right, you guys didn't like that part. I did that joke in Utah this summer. They didn't like it at all. So. But yeah, we get to do auditions again in person as actors. I went to an audition last week in Chicago. My agent sent me, he's like, "Hey, it's for an awareness program for HPD." I'm like, "Oh, it sounds like a sex thing. I'm in." And I went there, and I went to the audition. The agent just goes up to me, the casting director. He's like, "So what do you know about hepatitis D?" I was like, I wasn't even aware there was a D. Like, I only knew about C because Pamela Anderson gave it to everybody. Like, he's like, that's all right. You just got to stand there. There's no lines. You just have to act like you have the symptoms. I'm like, okay, well, what are they? So he's like, actually, it looks like you have it. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I didn't get the part. But yeah, I'm back in Florida. My family lives here. My parents moved here from Chicago after living in the same house for 39 years. And I was responsible for clearing out the house and selling stuff. And I realized that they haven't thrown anything away for 39 years. Like, I found 42 sets of emergency flashlights. I don't know what they thought was going to happen one day. I found 22 sets of those vintage teapots from the 80s that you don't see anymore because they're all at my parents' house. And I found 9 world globes. 9 world globes. You don't see world globes anymore because we know the world is flat now. They spent $17,000 to move the rest of their stuff from Chicago here. The value of the stuff in the moving van was probably like $850 tops. Like, all right, you guys belong in Northport. I do have elderly parents now. Clap if you have elderly parents. Couple of you. Couple of you are the elderly parents. Couple of you are confused by the question. If you're confused by the question or you have a reverse mortgage, you are elderly. So they're the worst. I don't have kids, but I feel like I do now because I'm worried about them all the time. They're here in Florida during the pandemic. I'm like, hey, you guys got to be careful for a while. There's a spike in Florida. You got to stay home for a while. My mom's like, well, very safe. We only go to Costco 3 times a week now. I'm like, mother of God. It's Costco. You go once a year. That's the rules of Costco. Like, that's what it means in Latin. They're like, oh, all our friends are going to Costco. I'm like, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, I'm like, oh shit, I sound like my dad. Then I became a narc. I just started calling the adult kids of their friends that I don't know. And I was just like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but your parents are still going to Costco. No, I can see why you want to give them their freedom, okay? Big Pharma might be behind all this. I get it, okay? Yeah, Dr. Fauci might be a fascist. I mean, he is Italian. You have a point, okay? Okay, yeah, if they put a chip in the vaccine, isn't that a good thing? Because now I can find my parents when they're
I
lost.
asked you last night if you wanted the steak special.
That didn't work. What's that? Yeah. Oh, the joke or the strategy? Okay. Will you be my mom now? Yeah, I decided instead, I'm like, hey, you know what? They're old and forgetful. I'll just hide their keys. And that's what I did. And then I saw my mom walking around the house and she's like, have you seen my keys? I'm like, no, but I see a nursing home in your future. So tough love in our family. So I bought them tickets to the show. They haven't come and seen me in 10 years. So it works both ways. She's my mom now. So you guys are fun a little bit. It's fun. You guys have it good here in Florida. We were shut down during the pandemic. We just opened up again, and you can go get massages again. Like, I went to get a massage at the place I always go to, and they're like, it's $150 now. I'm like, that seems a little high. Like, well, we're running a special now. If you join our membership plan, it's $50 a month, and your third one is free. I'm like, yeah, let's do the membership contract. Yeah, don't do the contract. I'm not going to tell you the name of the place, but it rhymes with Cassage Penvy. Because when it's time for your free massage, they just beat the shit out of you. They're allowed. It's in the contract. Like, I got there, my masseuse was a little woman named Amber. She looked at the sheet and she just goes, oh, it's time for your free massage. And then she started breaking her knuckles. And I know the look when I'm about to get my ass kicked because I was 4'11" in high school. And I know they tell you they're supposed to use their elbows to like get the knots out, but she was punching me in the kidneys. Like, I heard her call me a piece of shit under her breath. Like, you guys are funny. Some of you are. Some of you are like, who's this asshole? So, is everyone here from Florida? Clap if you're out of town. Are there out of towners? No. Some people hesitated when I asked the question. Are you guys from Cleveland? Go figure. What are you doing in town?
They come down here in the winter. I'm visiting.
Snowbirds. Okay, that's how my parents started. In about 10 years, they're gonna come down here. You're gonna have to sell all their shit from their house. So this is your future, buddy. What do you do, sir, in Cleveland?
Work for Cleveland Clinic.
Cleveland Clinic. Oh wow! All right, thank you for your service. These assholes aren't gonna clap for you. When you guys need health care, this guy's not gonna come from Cleveland. That's awesome. Are you a married guy, single dude? Single? Cool, me too. We'll go party later. I have a podcast called Singles Only. I'm saying, clap if you're single. Are there any other single people here? A couple people? All right. That's fine. A couple people who didn't know how to answer that question. They're like, third date? That's cool. You're young and single, but this is your future if you don't try harder. I like being older and single though. And I also have good hair. Like if I lost my hair, I'd give up and get married, you know? Sorry, buddy. That's all right. Yeah, I know I'm making enemies here. But you know what? Like, I have to do a lot of stuff to keep my hair. You've got good hair. You're young. You're probably in your 20s. You go outside, the sun and water hits your hair. It grows like a sunflower. But like, I have to do a lot of stuff to keep this charade going. I take biotin, Rogaine, and Propecia. Clap if you take Propecia. No one's going to admit to that. Propecia, you have to go to a doctor to get a prescription. And my doctor's like, Paul, there's some side effects. I'm like, what are they? It's like, number one, your sex drive is going to go down. I'm like, that's okay. I had a good run. Like, number two, your nipples are going to get extra sensitive. I'm like, how is that a negative? It's like, number three, your ejaculate won't shoot as far. I'm like, that's okay. My competition days are over. I'm like, why would that matter to somebody? Was there someone in that doctor's office that heard the first two things? Like, well, doc, I was okay with those, but I'm gonna have to pass. I need distance. Also, how did they find out that that was a side effect? They're doing clinical studies in Denmark. They're like, okay, come on in, boys. We set up these bozo buckets. Let us know how far you go. But my parents don't like that I have my podcast called Singles Only. My mom listened to it. She goes, I don't understand why you're celebrating being single. You're going to get lonely if you get older and you don't get married. And my dad was saying right there, he goes, yeah, Paul, it's really not that bad. And then they started fighting for 45 minutes. It was great. My parents are older. I get nervous when they call. And my mom took advantage of it recently. She called me. She goes, Paul, I just want to let you know I fell. But your dad was right there to take me to the hospital. So everything is okay now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad you're okay. What hospital? I'll be right there. She goes, no needs. Your dad was right there to take me to the hospital. So everything is okay now. I'm like, yeah, I heard you the first time. I'm glad you're okay. What hospital yet? I'll be right there. She goes, listen carefully. So your dad was right there to take me to the hospital. So everything is okay now. I'm like, what are you trying to say? She goes, you need to find someone so that in case you fall, they can take you to the hospital. I'm like, are you even at the hospital right now? She's like, no, we're at Costco. I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah, it's fine. My friends are all married now, though. They don't set me up with women anymore. They set me up with other guys in their lives who've recently gotten divorced to like hang out with me like on a play date. Like I had tickets to the show. I called my friend Dave. He's like, oh, I can't go, but you should call my accountant Bill. He just got divorced. I'm like, I'm not hanging out with your stranger accountant. He's like, no, Bill's a good guy. Give him a shot. Like, all right, let me see his picture. Actually went out with Bill. He's a good guy. He had season tickets to the Cubs. He took me to the home opener. He bought me all my drinks. We split a hot dog. We got ice cream on the way home. He came upstairs for a nightcap. We watched This Is Us. It was the best date I've ever been on. Like, tried to touch it, I would have let him, you know?
You know you want to wear it.
You guys are still having fun, I guess. Where are you from, sir?
Cape Coral.
Cape Coral. Thanks for coming all the way here. Huh. Is that like 10 minutes for you? Oh, wish. All right. Are these guys with you? Oh, okay. Because that's my mom now. If it was yours, I've adopted her as my mom. She's been to one more show than my real mom. So, it's what do you do in Cape Coral, sir?
I work at a nursery.
Nursery. Oh, awesome. Thank you for your service. These guys don't care. I don't know. Nursery for kids or like for plants?
Horticultural.
Horticulture. Oh, forget it. Then never mind. Nobody cares. Well, unless it's pop, then we're in for sure. So. Well, that's a good job. That's a real job. You know, like I say that because my friend just became a life coach. Is anyone here a life coach? Let's talk about that shit for a second. My friend Brad has never had a full-time job in his life or a relationship for more than 3 months. But now people are paying him $200 an hour to fix their stuff. I'm like, Brad, you sold pot out of our apartment for 3 years and didn't break even. But you guys should use him. He's a good guy. I was trying to give him a plug. I don't think I did that right. It's bradbaker.com, 2 Ks. He's got an office in Cleveland, so. Now this is a great job. I love this job. I had different jobs before I did comedy. I was actually a musician for a while. I was in 14 bands in Chicago. What's up, ladies? I did comedy because I was asked to leave 14 bands in Chicago. Do you know how bad you have to be at rhythm guitar to be asked to leave 14 bands that you started? But that didn't work, so I became a lawyer for a while. Yep, that's the right response. They didn't clap for me either. I was a lawyer for 13 and a half years. Are there any lawyers here? No one's going to admit to that either. I was a lawyer for 13 and a half years, but on July 3rd, 2016, I stopped to pursue a career as a full-time comedian. That's a nice way of saying my law firm made that decision for me. Fired for cause. But I did what was called insurance coverage litigation defense. That's what you do when you graduate rank 203rd out of 204 students. But people always ask my legal thoughts when they find out I'm a lawyer, especially when things are in the news. They think I have legal insight. They're like, what do you think of this whole election fraud investigation? What are your thoughts as a lawyer? I'm like, unless the investigation is for a property damage claim, for the bumper on a Ford Focus, I'm not really qualified to talk about it. Like, what do you think of this caravan of immigrants? What are your thoughts as a lawyer? I'm like, is it a Dodge Caravan? I had a comedian come up to me recently. He's like, hey, Paul, I got a DUI. I'm like, great. So did I. July 3rd, 2016. But here's the thing, Naples and Cape Coral. I still have a lot of it. So if you have any legal questions, come talk to me at the show. A couple things about Naples and Cape Coral. Concussions are worth money here. You don't need to break bones to sue people. Women, if someone made you feel uncomfortable at work or tonight, give me a call. Let's talk about it. Or you can email me. It's just bettercallpaul13@aol.com. I'm in love with you. That's kind of why I'm here. This is my marketing plan for 2021. I set up an office right here in Naples while I'm in town. You guys leave off the hook here. You take a right, you go back on Livingston, and you're going to see a sign on your right that says Taco Bell. I'm at the second table. My staff will take care of you. We give free refills. I don't think Morgan & Morgan's doing that shit right now. I have shirts for sale after the show that say Better Call Paul here if you want to grab a shirt. These are super soft shirts. And you get 6 minutes of free legal advice if you buy a shirt. I mean, it's not going to be good advice, but it's free. In all seriousness, I am going to be sending those shirts outside after the show. I'm wearing this for Parkinson's Foundation. So if you buy a shirt, all the profits goes to Parkinson's Foundation, and you're a good person. If you don't buy a shirt, you're going to hell. So it is funny though. I actually. Whatever you do, if you follow comedians, it's awesome too. If you don't want to buy a shirt, come say hi to us after the show. It means a lot to us because if we get a lot of followers on social media, it makes Hollywood think we're a lot bigger, and we get a lot of parts because of it. And I say that because recently through comedy, I got to audition for a part on TV to play a Middle Eastern lawyer in his 40s. What a stretch! What'd you say? That's why I just said, what a stretch. It's okay. But I got the part after 3 auditions. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if I didn't, right? If they're like, we don't see you as a lawyer. I'm like, that's what my boss said. But I got the part, and I was on a show called Chicago Med on NBC. Have you guys heard of it? Yeah. I was on the season finale last year, arguably one of the most important lines on the show. You guys want to hear really quick? All right, let me give you the backstory that NBC created for my character so the line makes sense. Otherwise, you won't understand the line. I'm a Middle Eastern lawyer in his 40s. My wife is a teacher. We came here from Syria 13 years ago, legally. Relax, Maples. You're going to play the part of the doctor. Is that okay? You're just going to say, what do you want? I'll give them the gold. You know your line? Well, he's going to answer. You don't answer for him. Okay. I thought you don't know her. All right, well, he's the doctor. You're not in this role. All right, you know your line?
What do you want?
All right, wait till I'm writing now. Jesus Christ. All right, here we go.
What do you want?
Time out. It sounded like you didn't give a shit there. Try a little like you care, a little empathy. You were in nursery. I don't know. All right, nursery, my ass.
What do you want?
Time out. Again, you sound like a dick. Nicer. Have you been to a doctor? They're nice people sometimes. If they talk to you like that, you should call a lawyer. So. All right, don't listen to the nurse. You got this. Here we go. Take fucking 3.
What do you want?
Okay, that was even worse. Like, what are you doing? Does your doctor talk to you like that? If he does, we should sue his ass. So, no, okay. You got this. No, he's got it. Here we go. Take 4.
What do you want?
What was the hesitation? You're a doctor. Have some confidence. Here we go. Take 5.
What do you want?
Time out. That was good. I thought you were going to screw up. My fault. Let's do it again.
What do you want?
Diet Pepsi, thank you. That's it. Patient number 3. All right, you guys didn't like that part. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna leave you on this, and then we're gonna have some fun with it. I think this whole thing with the pandemic is crazy. People try different things. My friend taught himself during the pandemic to say the alphabet backwards in less than 15 seconds. I'm like, this is a stupid skill you're never gonna need. Sure as shit, he got pulled over for drinking and driving in Cape Coral. And the officer asked him to say the alphabet backwards. And he does it in 17 seconds to the amazement of the arresting officer.
CYH.
I say arresting officer because he still blew a .27. I'm like, you dumbass. All right, you guys ready to keep the show going? Here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna have some fun. Your headliner is one of my favorite human beings. You guys are gonna love him. You've seen him on Comedy Central. He's voted College Comedian of the Year and Maxim Magazine's Comedian of the Year. Start clapping right now for Rob Little, everybody.
Come on, everybody. One more time for Paul in here, please. Sunday night. What's up, Katie? Yeah, girl. Yeah. How's everyone doing? What's up, Cheetah? Look at you, pretty lady. Everybody looks so nice tonight. You look nice, you know. Well, this is Cheetah Row, apparently. Everybody's wearing them. Are you comfortable enough? Jesus Christ, dude. Your nuts are hanging out. This is crazy. This is crazy for a Sunday. Good to see you guys. Everybody got their deal at JCPenney on a BOGO with a flannels. That's good. Got a black guy with a black guy too. Shit, yeah. Awesome. We got everybody tonight. Weirdo Cleveland people. Why not? This is quiet too. Do you guys just come from church or something? What's going on? Relax. This is a private show. I've never performed in front of a crowd this size before, so thank you for keeping it a secret tonight, guys. This is nice. I was a little nervous to come up here, but you guys were like, no, come on up, man. Let's do this. Are you okay, darling? I feel like you're nervous or something. Okay, because you're holding your hands. I don't know what's going on over here. This looks like a weird throuple or something. I don't know. Are you guys together, all 3 of you? Okay. All right. don't know if they know what a thruple is, but all right. This is gonna be odd. I can feel it already. I'm excited to be here either way. This is my first time in Naples. I've never been to Naples before. This is my first time. I love it. Yeah. Let's get some action shots there from the ladies. Awesome. This is Todd, our best waiter in the place right here. Let him hear it, man. The bar staff's awesome. And here's another waitress too. Yeah. I don't know her name, but she's not doing that good. So anyways, no, they're all great here. It's nice to be here, man. You guys are just, everybody okay? I feel like, did anybody get COVID right now? Is that what's going on? Because I got it right now. I don't even give a shit. I'm giving out free hugs after the show. Just come up and get it over. It's like chicken pox. It's not a big deal, man. I moved to Florida though this year. I just moved here from Michigan. I moved from Michigan. Is they Michigan people? No way. Oh really? And you're wearing Cleveland though. You like the University of Michigan? Oh, cool, man. Any other Michigan people? No way. Where are you guys from? Michigan. Okay. Those are your friends, Katie, right? Okay. Yeah, that's all right. You can bring the slow people too. I don't care. As long as they're not wearing their helmets, they're happy. No big deal. So I'm excited to be down here. There's a lot of cute girls here too. I was noticing you did something that kind of upset me actually already. You took off your glasses. And I don't know what it is, but women in glasses drive me yes. There's some good ones. Oh God, yeah, nice job, brother. Oh, you both got girls with glasses. Oh man, I just see them and I'm like, oh my God. She's got bad eyesight. Yes. Yes. Oh, when those come off, I am gonna look so good. I look really good blurry, so. Love girls with disabilities. Yes. You got a guy with glasses. Is this your guy? Oh, no way. Do women feel the same way about guys in glasses? It's not the same. I know it. It never is. I think they see guys with glasses and they're just like, oh my God, he's gonna fix my computer. So happy. Oh man, I am happy to be down here, man. I did buy a house. I live up in Leesburg. I don't know if anybody knows where that is. It's close to the Villages. So I'm pretty much vaccinated from everything at this point. If there's an STD out there, I can't get it now. It's nice up there. Has anybody been up there before? It's beautiful. I live on a lake. And I wanted to live on a lake. That's my whole dream. This is my first house I've ever owned. And I bought it. And then the day after COVID hit, and I was stuck inside this house. And then I was like, oh, I bought a piece of shit house. I didn't know it was that bad. And so my realtor told me I should fix it up and try to make it more marketable. Apparently she thinks I'm going to sell it right away again. But I've never worked on a house before. Is there any guys out there that are handy? I feel like you're definitely handy, bro, right? You look like it. You can't, even holding the cup, you look like you're about to turn a wrench or something. I've never been a handy guy. I didn't grow up with a dad. I grew up with a single mom. So if we needed anything fixed, she'd call a dude over, have sex with him, and then he'd fix it, right? So kind of what I thought I was going to have to do. So this guy comes over, and I'm like, what's going on, buddy? I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, oh, you don't work on trade? Okay. Well, I'm from Michigan, and it's pretty hot down here, so I'm just getting comfortable. I want to do open concept. Has anybody ever done this to their house? Did anybody do renovations over COVID or anything? Do you know? You're very good at pantomiming. I notice every joke you're acting out. Is there deaf people with you guys right now or something? I feel like that's what's going on. You're doing it great, though. I feel like it. I don't know if there's some people behind you or what's going on. Are you okay? Did you take your meds today? I feel like okay. You're adorable. Would you just give me the old lick-a-roo right there, you dirty birdie? I heard Naples was like all pure and proper, and you're up there giving me the old why. Oh, dirty. All right. Yeah, do you guys see that? You guys can all see it too. People can see. Yeah, she's like, no. She don't speak, but she'll definitely act it up. You're awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be weird having sex. We got to do it with the lights on, or else I don't know if you're enjoying it. It's dark out. She can't see her. Oh. I did an open concept. If you don't know what that is, it means you take down extra walls that are up in your house. And I just started tearing down walls. I don't know if you guys know, you can't just tear down walls. Some of them are holding up the ceiling, you know. And I thought that's what the four on the outside do, but that's not my house. I got one right down the center holding the whole damn ceiling up. And that's the one I wanted to take out. And so I hired this contractor. And I don't know if there's any contractors. I feel like you're definitely a contractor or something, right? What do? You gotta be something handy. That's all. You're not a doctor. I'm gonna say that, right? You're definitely, people are calling you to do shit. That's what I'm saying. What do you do?
I built a pull cages.
You pull cages. Yep, I was gonna say that. That was gonna be my second guess. Just say this guy either does welding or pulls cages. Probably. I don't know what the fuck pull cages mean, but where I'm from, that would mean you're a chicken farmer or something. Huh? Pulling your cage every day? Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Do you know what that, no pull cage pantomime for that one? No. That's pull cage? Okay.
Pull cage.
Yeah, even he said, nope, that's not true. I don't know what she said. I don't know. I'm just trying to make everybody happy right now, bro. What the hell does pull cages mean?
Screen enclosures around a pool.
Screen enclosures around a pool. Oh, dude. So you are somebody that everybody calls and shit. Oh, man. I nailed that. I fucking nailed it, dude. I didn't know that was called pulling cage, though. Ooh. You know, like I thought maybe you were like a Nicolas Cage impersonator or something. Just pulling cage 60 seconds or less. This guy's pulling up mosquito barriers. That's all he's doing. Oh, good for you, man. So you know about structures and shit? I didn't know anything about that. This guy comes over, he goes up in my attic. Where I'm from, I'm in Michigan, we don't have attics. I know you're not gonna answer me, but we have basements, right? And so I've never been in an attic before, so I followed this guy up there. He's on the other side of the house, so I just start to catch up to him. Did you guys know you can't walk anywhere in an attic? It's not a real floor up there. I was pulling floor, is what I was doing. I went to follow him, and he's like, hey, be careful. You fall right through and hurt yourself. And I was like, oh, wish I would have heard that, but I'd fallen through already at that point. Has anybody fallen through a ceiling before? I know I'm not the only, I'm the only one? Liars! You have, I knew it! I was gonna point at you, and I was like, this guy, no, he doesn't pull. He pulls, he's not pulling chain here, he's pulling cages, man. Oh, did you go all the way through, or did you catch yourself? Hey, Earl, did you go all the way through, or did you catch yourself? You caught yourself? Oh, you're skinny, that's why. I went out, my arms went out, and they were like, we got you. And then I hit that wood, and it was like, you're heavier than you look. And I just went right through. And I got high ceilings, so I had time to think about it. Oh, that's a scary feeling, because you don't know where you're at in the house, right? Like, where were you when you fell through? Where'd you go? You were in the kitchen? Oh, shit, dude, that's even scarier. Was the stove on or anything? Oh, I came through, and I was hoping I was going to land on like a couch or a bed or something soft, but my house would have had to been magical because I didn't move any of those things in yet, so I landed on the washing machine is what I landed on. And not directly on it. My boy parts kind of hit the corner. Boy parts. And dude, that was, you know what I'm talking about. Any guy in here probably cringed when I said boy parts, because it doesn't take much to put us down for the day, you know? Well, you can graze it. Where I saw a white light, and then I saw my grandma, and she was like, it's not your time. And I was like, oh. And I landed on my feet, but my legs were like, you're gonna want to take a knee. So I just laid right down. I've never cried in front of another man before, but dude, I don't know why I keep calling you Earl. What's your real name? What is it? Mike? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Earl. So Earl, I've never cried in front of another man, but man, he was the man like dude like you. I bawled my ass off, dude. I was like kid crying where you can't catch your breath, you know? You're just like, and I had snot bubbles and shit. And then I forgot he was still up there until he made his way over to the hole and looked down on me like he was the Lord parting clouds or something. He's like, are you okay down there? And I'm like, you can leave, dude, please. Get the hell out of here. He's like, but I haven't given you an estimate yet. I'm like, you didn't get the job. Get the hell out of here. And then he leaves and he gets on this app called Nextdoor. You ever heard of that? Right? Where you can find out what's going on in your neighborhood. He gets on this app and goes, hey, I was just over at this fat kid's house and he fell through the ceiling. And then he posted pictures. He took pictures. And then my realtor called me up and goes, did you just fall through a ceiling? And I'm like, did you see the pictures? And she goes, I just saw a title that said fat kid. I thought it was you. But you're such a bitch. Such a bitch. Oh my God. Did you take out anything when you fell through? Like when your legs, did it take out anything? No, I took out a light fixture, man. I've never, like now I gotta do drywall and electrical work, which, I don't know, pulling cage, probably never have to do electrical work either. Me neither, dude. I've never done electrical work, but I got YouTube and the metal ladder, so fuck it, let's give it a shot. So I go up there, and I'm bald. There's not a lot of insulation. Bald brother back there too, you know what I'm talking about. There's not a lot of insulation for us. So you come up, and I hit that barbed wire. I hit the barbed wire. It's all barbed wire in my house. It's all the electrical. It's very dated, the house. So we got to keep the cattle in because it's bare wire. I hit the bare wire, and dude, instantly. Do you guys remember that thing in school called a Jacob's ladder, where there was like two metal pieces and you could see the electricity go up it? Like, zap. That's what I heard in my head. I heard zap. And then I saw a white light, and then I saw my grandma again, and she was like, "It might be your time." I woke up on the floor with my buddies looking over at me, and I'm like, dude, did you guys hear that? And they're like, yeah, when you moaned like a little bitch and fell to the floor, yeah. It's getting a lot of hits on YouTube already, so, oh, that was so embarrassing. Then I had to do concrete work. You ever do that, Earl? Concrete work? Earl Mike, whatever you want to be called. Earl, Mike's your middle name, I get it. So, Earl Mike. You probably have to do concrete work for cages. Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
That's your lady right there too with the glasses? Oh, nice job, Earl. Nice. Oh, good for you. Oh yeah, I'm taking them off. Oh, nice. I didn't want to talk more about that, but I'm gonna go back into my head. I don't know. I've never done concrete work, but I got a hammer, so I went outside and started hitting that son of a bitch. And my neighbors noticed I was a dumbass, so they were like, "Hey, dipshit, you could rent a jackhammer," which I did. Did you guys know that? I didn't know you could rent I thought you had to work for the county or something to get a jackhammer. I thought you had to be like in a calendar, like Mr. March or something, and just putting it down. I went and rented one. You could just get them. They didn't even ask me if I could use a real hammer. They just gave it to me, and I took it home and I pulled it off my truck. Now I live by a bunch of older ladies, so when I pull that off, the curtains all open really slow, you know. And so I'm like, I want to put on a show for him. So I go in the house and I oil up, you know, and I come back out. Now the curtains are shaking. You know, they're excited. Some of them got Parkinson's, but some of them are really excited. And so I get that thing off, and Earl, you know what it is. It's like I got the man one. There's two different sizes, but I got the man one. And it's only got one button on it. It says start, right? Earl, are you with me, goddammit? Come on, listen up. So I go to hit start, Immediately, my tits hit me right in the face, and I was like, I didn't even put on a sports bra. I didn't know. And the machine just goes right into the ground, and I couldn't pull it back out. They're super heavy. So I just paved around it. Screw it. I paved it. I'm keeping it now. It looks like a rifle. I put a helmet on it. Shit, it's a memorial. I don't care. Oh. But I got a beautiful house now, man. If there's any single ladies out there, do. And are either of you? Are you one? Was this yours? Is this one yours? No. Oh, so you're both open? All right. Whoever wants me, I'll take it. I like glasses. So I know it, right? And you know her though? Okay, great. Because I was gonna say no immediately if you did, but that was gonna be one of my problems. All right, so I got a beautiful house. You should come up and say it. Either one, both come up. You might as well both come up and stay the night. I invited a lady over for the first time. Don't get jealous. I invited a lady over. It was my first time having a girl over to my own house, which is a big deal. It's my own house, right? I've never done this since high school, basically. So I went all out for this girl. I was like, what did I do in high school? So I got her Kool-Aid and got her Jiffy Pop, which she didn't even know what Jiffy Pop was, which blew my mind. Do you girls know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you? Is there anybody that doesn't know what Jiffy Pop is? Raise your hand if you don't know. Really? You guys don't know? Where did you grow up?
I don't know what the hell that
You grew up in Florida? You did too? Oh my God. You guys must have had money. That's probably why. If you were poor, you know what the hell Jiffy Pop was. Like, we made our own homemade Jiffy Pop, right, Earl? I remember. Earl was in my neighborhood. So our moms will let you spend the night. Remember that, Earl? So what you do is take like a pie tin. I went out and bought a pie, and then I ate it, and then you put tin foil over it, right? I'm right so far. And then, thankfully, I just picked up my dry cleaning, so I had a brand new wire hanger, and I glued it to that bitch. That's your handle, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. And then you're gonna put it on the stove. It can be gas or electric. It don't matter. It can be a bonfire for all it matters. And then you're gonna start. Hearing pop, 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 and it's not gunfire. It's popcorn. And it's like dinner and a show, right? And then you'll hear your mom from the other side of the room go, "You better shake it or it's gonna burn." So you gotta do this shit for some reason, which they never showed in the commercial for Jiffy Pop. Do you remember the commercial? It was never like, "Hey, my wife's away. I like to make me some Jiffy Pop." You know, you never saw that. But for some reason, everybody knew you gotta shake it, and it'll start to pop up. Then the tinfoil bursts open. You got hot buttered popcorn in your face, 3rd-degree burns. But dude, that is a panty dropper right there. That is. Oh, I bought a case of that shit in the 80s. It don't go bad. So this girl comes over. We get right into my bed. I don't have a couch. That's how I roll. Where you gonna sit, bitch? Get in bed. All right. She did it too. She was a cool chick. And just giving you guys a heads up. So she gets into bed, and right away she said I was being a weirdo, which made me feel bad, right? Well, that's even you can tell I'm not a weirdo. I mean, Earl, yeah, but you, come on. So Earl, this girl gets in my bed, and she says I'm being a weirdo, but here's why. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but when I get into bed, I have a side of the bed I like to sleep on, right? Does anybody else got a side of the bed they like to sleep on? It's not that big of a deal, right? For me, if we're watching TV, I have to be on this side. This is my side. If you put me over here, I'm probably gonna pee in the bed. I'm gonna have night terrors. I don't know what it is, but don't let me have that side. But I will make up for it, and I'm looking at you too. But I will make up for it because I am a cuddler. I am good at it. I know I am. You're probably not that good, bro. You're too skinny. You gotta be a little doughy in the center, a little concaved in the chest. Like, I'm a built-in lazy boy. You're gonna love it. And so she got up in there, and I was like, "You like that?" You know? I don't know. I didn't mean to be so aggressive with her, but I was just like, "Here you go." And we start watching a movie. And are you like that too, Earl? You're like, "Get up in there. I'm gonna close the cage on you, baby." And Is he romantic with you? He is romantic? Oh, what's romantic though? Like, hey, I just washed the grease under my nails, honey. Or something like that. Really? Oh, I bet he's fun. Good for you guys. You guys got kids?
Yes.
Oh, good. 2 kids, Earl? You found the spot twice? Congratulations, buddy. Oh, you have 6 kids? But 2 with her? Oh my God, what are you, a Johnny Appleseed of Naples? Jesus Christ. Don't order a fucking cage from him. You'll end up pregnant, for Christ's sake. I throw the baby in for free, so. And then I'll build a little cage for that thing, all right? I love you guys, man. Oh my God, we gotta go on the road together, Earl. This is gonna be great. I've never had kids, man. I have a great pull-out game, so it's like algebra for me. I like to show off the work, and if you didn't get that, you're a good person. You're a good person. But if you got it, you're awesome in my book. But what were we talking about? Oh, this chicken in bed. So, Earl, do you guys watch TV in bed? Do you guys watch TV? No, you guys don't watch TV? It's all just love making for you guys. Oh, good for you. You guys make your own movies, not me. I'm about 10 seconds and wipe my head off and let's watch some TV. Me and this chick were watching TV. She wanted to watch a movie, and she did this, and this pisses me off. I don't know if it makes any other guys mad. When she started talking during the movie. Does that make anybody else mad? Like, I imagine you'd be great because you'd just be like, right? But the Rusty is like, if you talk, I just kind of gave her whiplash, or like, oh my God, the movie started, right? Like, but to me, it's like, shut up. It's my favorite. It's Princess Bride. It's my favorite movie, so shut up. But we start watching it, and it's getting to the good part, and she starts breathing heavy. Right? Earl, you know, right? Yeah. And I'm looking at your girl, yes. And, those are going up and down, and I'm like, I love boobs. That's why I grew my own. So I'm just like, yes. And she starts breathing heavy. Now, if you're younger, I'm looking around the room, some young dudes out here, you're probably thinking, oh, this girl's getting all hot and bothered, right? But if you're over about 35, you know exactly what's about to happen when a girl starts breathing heavy next to you. She's about to fall asleep. That's what that means. And she does, and she exhales and stop breathing. And I was like, oh my God. Like most dudes out there love their ladies, right, Earl? And so you're like, oh, my lady just died. I better call 911. But not me. I watch too much investigative Discovery Channel. So my first thought was, holy shit, they're gonna think I did this. Plus, I just bought a brand new shovel with a bag of lime for some reason, so I gotta shake her alive or something. So I go to touch her. Now, clap if this has happened to anybody else when I explain what she does. I'm like, hey baby, are you okay? And she goes, don't touch me, I got sleep apnea. And then rolls over, act like nothing happened. And I was just like, what the hell was that? I have never slept with someone that had sleep apnea before. It was scary. Is there anybody? Raise your hand if you've slept with someone that had sleep apnea. Oh, Earl's about to raise his hand. What, do you guys have it? Do you have it, darling? Oh, who does? Somebody raise their hand over here? Nobody has sleep apnea? Oh, you do? Your husband does? Oh, is that why he's not here? Is he passed or something? Or oh, he's watching the kids. Okay, if he's awake, right? Oh, did it scare the crap out of you the first time it happened? Me too. It scared the shit out. Like I shit a little bit. A little bit came out, but not enough to touch my underwear, but enough where I'm not sleeping like this, so I get to take a shower. Whole time I'm in the shower, it sounds like she's fighting a cat in an alley out there. Now, honey, I don't know if your husband did this, but this girl I was with, she would do these like I don't know what it was, but she would do these little jerk moves when she was sleeping. Right? He does that too?
He sits up in bed, it wakes him up.
Yes!
And then he says weird things.
Yeah, she does too. She would do those jerks and then say, oh, where's Earl? And just like weird shit. And I'm like, what are you saying? I don't know what she was saying, but when they do the jerk, I feel like that's their soul trying to escape. But then they wake up and they're like, the hell you will, and just pulls her right back in. I told her, I said, you gotta go take that exam because you're gonna pass. You're really good at it. So, has your husband taken it yet?
I told you.
How'd he do? Really? My girl went and she called me up. She goes, guess what? And I said, what happened? She goes, I think I took first place. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, they gave me a machine. And I was like, oh. She goes, I'll bring it over later. I was like, oh, I got bad news for you. I moved. So, yeah, I mean, my car's still there, but I sold it to the guy, so just keep it moving. I love sleep more than I love her, so there was no way. No, are you guys married? Yeah, so you're kind of screwed now. That's just, I don't know. I'm going to talk, since there's only 20 of you tonight, I think I'm going to try something with you guys. Has anybody gained weight over COVID? That's a big one for me. Yeah, you haven't? You lost it? Oh, congratulations. That's rare. I've been really enjoying it because it's hard to like keep the weight off, but gaining it's so easy, and it's easy to blame it on COVID. So I'm gaining a lot. Plus, you know, they say if the more healthy you are, you won't get it. And so we don't say fat in my family, we say healthy. So I've gained a lot of health over COVID, and I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been, actually. I actually messed up my foot too, and I have a new doctor, a foot doctor, and he told me I have a neuroma. Have you guys ever heard of that? I didn't know what that was. I thought he told me I had a new aroma, like a new smell to my foot or something. It's like a tendon that's got a spring in it or something, and he told me no working out for 6 to 8 months. And I was like, oh, check that. All right. I mean, I'll go ahead and cancel the gym membership then immediately. But I have a buddy who won't shut up about this. He said he lost a bunch of weight doing nothing. And he told me there's the one thing you got to do. And I'm like, oh my God, I will do it. Doing nothing? That sounds like right up my alley. And when I say what this is, if you know what it is, clap. Some people don't know what it is, which is fine. But this, I didn't know what it was. I was one of those people. He told me to get a high colonic. Does anybody know what that is? Clap if you know what it is. Just know what it is. You do know what it is? Awesome. You guys know what it is too? Have you ever had one? Have you guys ever had one? No? Oh, you're missing out. Let me explain what it is. If you don't know what it is, thank your lucky stars, because it is, when you get a high colonic, you're at the lowest part of your life. Because, first of all, you go to a clinic, which right off the bat nobody goes to a clinic for a good thing, right? You're never like, hey, I'm pregnant, let's go have it at the clinic. You never hear that. So I go to this clinic, there's 0 windows on this building because they don't want to see the horror that's about to happen to you in here. They time it where you're the only patient when you go in. So I walked in, and there's one lady sitting there, and I don't even know what her title was. She didn't look like a nurse. She was wearing a Garfield shirt, and she just said, follow me. And I went back, and I was like, she's pretty cute. So I was like, let's do this. And I was hoping a colonic meant something else. So we get in the back room, and I see this bed. And it's in, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, there's a bed, and it's molded. It's molded so it looks like a body could fit right in it, super comfy. And then there's all these tubes coming out of it, and some dials on the side. And I'm like glaring at that, but she pulls my attention away. She goes, here's the rules. I'm like, all right, let's get it on, right? She goes, okay, first rule, I want you to get naked, but leave your shirt on. And I was like, oh, we are having sex. All right, this is, because I don't take my shirt off during sex. I don't want your boobs to be bigger than mine or something. So I don't want mine to be bigger than yours. So she goes, you're going to take your pants off and everything and just leave your shirt on. And then she gives me a paper towel. You know what I'm about to, yeah, do you know? She gives me a paper towel with a dollop, which that's the best word for this, just a dollop of daisy, and no, a dollop of something clear, like Vaseline or KY maybe, I don't know. So she gives me this, and she goes, I'm gonna have you put it back there. And I was like, oh, this chick is kinky, right? This is, all right, I'm open to ideas. Let's do yeah. But there's a lot here. Is there more people coming or something? 'Cause there's a lot. And she goes, okay, and then when you're ready, get up on the bed and I'll come back in the room. So she leaves the room and I'm looking at this like, holy cow. So I take off my pants and everything and I'm just wearing my shirt. So I'm just Winnie the Pooh-ing it around the room. And, probably shouldn't have wore a red one that day, but and then I take that dollop and I've been doing a lot of spackling around my new house, so you know what I mean, Earl. So I caked it right up in there. I was like, I don't care how many more people come in, I'm using all of it. So I don't want nobody else here. This is me and her time. So yeah, so I get up on the bed and she'd given me a towel to put over my stuff, but I was like, well, why slow the process? I didn't put it over me. I was just like, I'm ready, you know? But before I said that, I got up on the bed and I noticed there's right here, there's a little straw about 1 inch long sticking out, like it's right there, right? And I was just like, I don't know where she thinks I drink from, but this is not it. So I just yelled out, I'll drink from there, you know? And so I get up on the bed, but I put my feet like kind of grasped in there so I didn't go down on it. But I had put so much of that jelly on that it was pretty slip. It was a slip and slide at this point. So I just went right down onto it and wow, it went right in. And I just the tip went right in. And I don't know what you women are bitching about that. I did not know I was going to like it as much as I did, but let's just see where it goes is all I'm saying. So it was just a little bit, and I said, okay, I'm ready. I didn't put the towel over me, just let her see it. And she come in, she was like, whoa, okay. So she put the towel over it, and she sits down, and this is where it gets weird. You probably thought it was weird up to that point. No, this is where it gets weird. She plays with the dials, and all of a sudden you hear just a stream of water right up the old dirt road. Like it just went, like you couldn't stop it, and it just went right up there, and it starts snaking back and forth. Nope, you guys are traumatized. I am too, believe me. And so it's going back and forth, and then she proceeds to take her hands and put them on my belly and starts massaging my belly and talking to me like we're old friends or something. She's like, so, how's your mother? And just like, I'm like, I don't want to talk about my mom right now. Not with that up my butt, and I'm kind of getting a little excited, to be honest. So this is going on, and I'm just freaking out, and all of a sudden she says, push. Right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? She just said, yeah. You guys are checking out your bill, or you have a clinic? Probably the bill you'd want a clinic after this, I imagine. But, so she says push, and I push. And I didn't know, there was a whole other tube down there, a much bigger one. And the stuff comes out, and it went right straight out. But then the tube takes a hard left and comes up right past your face, so you can see all the bad meal decisions you made the last 3 months. I know. I don't think I felt. I'm seeing it right here. Now I'm like I'm telling her everything because I don't want her looking at this. So I'm just like, I experimented in college. I got gay aunts, whatever you want to know, you know. So this goes on for 40 minutes. 40 minutes. And everything started. I've told her everything at this point. She knows, like, I used to pee the bed and suck my thumb when I was a kid. So so she goes, it looks like we're about done. It's all cleared up, right? Earl, you remember when you did it. So she goes, okay, you can get up off the bed and gather your clothes and go back to the bathroom and finish, this is the word she used, finish expelling. And I was like, okay. So I get up, I go back to that room, and I finish expelling. And then I climbed out the window, because that bitch is never going to see me again. I hadn't even paid. I just took right off. I locked the door. They'll probably never be able to get in that room again. And I was like, I'll never bring this up, ever, unless it's like a Sunday in Naples at 7 p.m. or something. Otherwise, I'm not telling anybody. So I went and hung out with my best friend after this, because I was like, I got to get my mind off of this. And I get there, and it's my best friend. You know, we're laughing. You, me, Earl, we're having a good time. And I'm laughing so hard. And one time I come up, and I wasn't done expelling. I expelled all over my jeans. And by the way, I don't know about you guys, but I don't bring an extra pair of jeans with me everywhere I go. So my buddy is way skinnier than me, so I couldn't fit into his. But luckily, his wife had just had a baby. And so she had these things called pregnancy pants. Why are we not making those for everyone? Those are the most comfortable pair of jeans I've ever worn in my life. Like, they look like real jeans, and then up here, there's a big-ass pair of underwear sewn into them. You just wear them right up over your tits. They're so comfortable. I'm wearing them right now, you can't even tell. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. Oh, I'm having fun, man. Are you guys having a good time? I think we're doing good. We can keep going if you guys want. I was like, fuck it. All right, this is cool. So before I moved down here, I went and kind of came down. I came to Fort Myers and did some touristy stuff, and I have a bunch of friends down here. My friend Katie and our special friends over here and shit. But well, of course, Earl, but Earl's not from here. Earl, where did we grow up, Earl? Where'd you grow up?
Right here.
In Naples.
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, that's what I said. He's not from Naples. So, Earl, last time, you know, Earl, he knows his way around horses, so he's like, hey, he took me horseback riding on the beach. Now, has anybody ever done this before? Anybody? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you do speak. Holy shit. I heard noises in pantomime, but I didn't know you. Okay. But where'd you do it? Like in Mexico? Or it's always Mexico for some reason. That's what you did. We had some little Spanish chick taking us out on the beach, and they don't ever give you any information or ask any questions. They just start dealing out horses. They're like, here's yours, Trace, Quattro, whatever the fuck they start saying, right? But then they get to me, and all of a sudden, they got questions, you know? They're like, excuse me, are you over 150 pounds? And I was like, excuse me, do you want a throat punch, bitch? Because I haven't been 150 pounds since 3rd grade, so yeah, bring out the big one, all right? All of a sudden, the Budweiser theme starts up, and stable doors bust open. This Clydesdale comes out through a puff of smoke and looks at me, and he's just like, shit. Like you could tell he's bummed out. And now I'm bummed out because my horse is, and Earl and everybody's pissing themselves because they're on My Little Ponies with names like Sunshine and Rainbow, and my guy's name's Big Hoss. He's got a neck tattoo and he's vaping the whole time. It's a badass horse, man. Oh, now we gotta get up on him. And has anybody been on horses before? Most of you guys? Yeah, like it's pretty easy. You just step in that little loopy thing and jump up on him, right? Yeah, that's what Earl and his gang did. But for me, they bring out a fucking ladder. A 6-run ladder. And Big Hoss knew it was coming because he leaned into it for me. And I get up on him. It looked like I was on the Trojan horse. That's how big it was. We took a group picture. All you could see were my ankles. It was so embarrassing. Show him, Earl. It was so embarrassing. Now we gotta ride him, which I don't want to ride. I just want to watch everybody. I don't want to do this. But everybody's like, come on. And Earl's like, I don't want to do it. Whatever he says. And then, I feel like you add extra syllables every now and then. But they go up and down the beach like 6-7 times. But me and Big Hoss, he goes halfway, lays right down. He's done. Like my feet were touching the ground. I'm like, what happened? And the Spanish girl goes, did you kill him? I'm like, shut up, bitch. No, he just took a break or something. I don't know. I goes, what? We're done, right? She goes, no, Earl paid for the extra package. You get to ride him out into the ocean. Did you ride out into the ocean? You did? I thought that was a special package, Earl, you lying bastard. I was like, I don't want to do this. So they made them like, I said, first of all, me and Big Hoss aren't going out into the ocean. And she goes, don't worry, they do it all the time. And I was just like, oh, unless the tide rises and we float out, I don't think he's going to make it. But she said, well, get off because they take the saddles and the reins off because they don't want them getting ruined by the salt water.
Bareback, baby.
So we got to ride bareback. I have never ridden bareback in my life, ever. Well, I've never, shut up. I've never ridden a horse bareback before, right? It's different for dudes, though. It's a lot, like women, you can do it. There's no big deal. You got that separation. What's the worst that can happen? But you get a cleft palate, it's not a big deal, right? Was that too far? That was too far, probably. But I don't care. That's one of my favorite jokes. But for dudes, it's different, right, Earl? Like those shoulder blades on the cars are humongous. So he's racking my nuts like he's playing 9-ball down there. We get out to this sandbar. My horse is breathing like it's like. Nobody else's horse was doing that. I said, what's the matter? She said the water is putting pressure on his lungs. I goes, bitch, we're drowning him. That's what that means. So I just like breathe, Big Hoss, breathe. She goes, well, we got to play a game now. It's called Swimming with the Horses. And I was like, what? We just swim around them or something? She goes, no, you stay on them. We pull them out over their head. They swim with you on their back. I go, fucking Big Hoss and I aren't doing that. She goes, no, I told you they do it all the time. And he looks right back at me. He's like, no, we don't. I've never been in the water before. But everybody's laughing. Earl's like, let us go first because we want Watt Tribe. So they do it, and their horses had no problem. They swam with them, brought them right back to the sandbar. Now it's me and Big Hoss's turn. And he don't want to do it. You can see, he won't even move. And so the Spanish girl starts to yank him. I was nervous as shit, but I don't know what his problem was. He just didn't want to do it. And so she started to yank him by his horse face or something. I don't know what you call this, but it's like...
No.
His halter? So she starts to yank him by his halter, and he's just like, it's not called a halter. And I'm like, whoa, whatever. And so you could tell he doesn't want to do it, and he just slams on his foot and goes up on his hind legs, and his head hits me in the halter, and then I fall off. He runs back to the sandbar. I start bleeding in the ocean. One drop of blood. That's all they need. I've seen Shark Week. That's all they need. And I didn't want to do this either, so I'm swimming my ass off trying to get back to the sandbar. And everybody else is having a good old time laughing. And I'm like, we got to go. And the little Spanish girl's like, no, we got more games to play. And I'm like, what? El Blido, bicho, bitch. Like, I don't know Spanish, but I feel like I'm pretty close. She's like, oh my God, you are Blido. And that's true, that's a real story. And so she goes, well, this last game will get you up to shore quicker. It's called horse skiing. Did you do this?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Ski behind horse.
How do you do it?
Grab the thingy and...
Grab the thingy? You're grabbing the thingy and you're grabbing the wrong thing. Just grab his thingy and just... You're kind of close though. You get behind the horse and the horse's tail has a bit of a bone on the base. And you hold on to the horse's tail, and the little Spanish puta gets up on the horse. Yeah, I call her bitch in Spanish, but she gets on the horse, rides him as fast as she can up to shore, and then you just stay behind, holding on. Does that sound fun to anyone? Because it didn't sound fun to Earl either, because he's like, hey, you let Rob go first this time. And so I got up in the cage, and I went there, and I held on. And she goes, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, hi-ya! And as soon as she said that, apparently in horse terms, that means go ahead and shit on him. Because immediately, just road apples coming right at me. Yeah, how do you think I felt? I had to see it 3D. I'm like screaming. She's like, keep your mouth shut. I'm like, oh, bitch. This was fun tonight, man. Hey, I got some cool news, man. I don't know if you know, you probably don't know this. I don't think I've told you. I have been working on, during COVID and like the year before, I've always had this idea for an animated movie, and I actually wrote it, and I've rewritten it several times, and my agent is friends with an agent at Pixar, and he showed it to them, and they are interested in it. So I'm super excited. It's so cool. I know it's called Voles, Moles, and Rigamaroles. It's adorable. It's a buddy adventure about a star-nosed mole and a vole, which is like a mouse. And I'm not gonna tell you anything else. But if it gets picked up, then obviously, I'll probably never come back here again. But I'm just really excited you guys came out tonight. So thank you very much. Oh, we're almost done.
I don't know if I want to give you a round of applause now.
So this your new man? Is this him? Oh, you guys got engaged? Congratulations, man! Oh, I didn't know that. My friends just got engaged. I didn't know you guys were engaged. Shit, I'm ordained. We could do this wedding right now if you guys want. Look at all the friends are like, yes. The special kids are like, what's going on? They don't know. So, when's the big date? You guys have a date set? June 17th, next year? Oh, you got time to get out of it. Cool. So no, not at all. That's exciting though. I actually have done a bunch of weddings. I actually just did one on a cruise. I do a lot of cruises too. Does anybody like to cruise out there? Any cruisers? Yeah. I just did my 100th